Welcome back to your monthly Gacha recap, a video series where I recap everything that happened over the course of the last month in the Gacha genre, closed beta tests, pre-registrations, new releases, drama, everything that happened that was of interest to me and that I think should be of interest to you. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the little bell notification, that way you remain up to date with every single thing that I post. I do these videos monthly, weekly Gacha recaps, and trust me, you are not going to want to miss out. Now we have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. We're going to start this off with new releases, beginning with Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves released just over a week ago, managed to become the #1 most downloaded game, managed to accumulate over $40 million across every major platform within its first week. The launch was very rocky. There were numerous issues, numerous bugs, but they compensated players by giving us multiple free 5-star selectors, including dozens of free pulls. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel Northern War is now available on PC, Android, and iOS. Assault Lily Last Bullet W is, as of the last few days, also available to download. This is a Yuri version of Sin Alice, for those of you that are interested. Solo Leveling Arise also launched this month, and within its first 13 days of launch, managed to accumulate over $20 million. That is phenomenal for a game that wasn't nearly as anticipated as something like Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero. Gakuen Idolmaster is now available for download in Japan. The game launched on the 16th of June and managed to accumulate over a whole million downloads, which is crazy. This happened only in Japan, not globally. Horcrux Challenge is a brand new gacha game that launched on May 15th, and I played it. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and record footage of this game so I can do a video on it, and it has turned out horribly despite what you see in the image, and I have a video coming on it soon. Moving on to upcoming games, SNK All Star Brawl is releasing on the 31st, that is tomorrow. Fellow Moon is entering their third closed beta test on June 14th. This is a game I am very eagerly anticipating, and holy boba, yeah. I mean, that wasn't why I was anticipating it, but it's definitely one of the reasons I am now. Crunchyroll confirmed that there is a brand new Uta no Prince Sama game launching called Live Emotion. It's launching in Japan next month. No global release has been confirmed at this point. Zenless Zone Zero has been confirmed to be officially releasing across all major platforms on July 4th, not June. So you have an entire month to still play and enjoy Wuthering Waves before Zenless Zone Zero hits, and then you navigate on over to there, then you navigate back to Genshin, Honkai Starwill, Wuthering Waves, and keep just like migrating between the 4 games until Azur Lane launches, and then you move on to there, and then you move to Project Mugen, and then Arknights, Endfield, and then you just eventually keep hopping between every major game. Before we discuss any additional games, I want to take a moment to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are incredible, and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Nemonic White Shadow is a brand new turn-based RPG that was just revealed. I do not have a video done on this. Nobody has a video done on this yet, but I will have in the next couple days. Starwill is a horizontal side-scrolling gacha game, kind of like Heaven Burns Red, that is entering closed beta testing. Nornium is entering their, as they've titled it, foreplay closed beta test. This is the game that I have dubbed Hornium, and as I repeatedly express, yes, that is the image that they have decided to use to market their game. The help me, stepbrother, I'm stuck in a washing machine and I can't get out. Now moving on to games that are shutting down. World Flipper has posted their global farewell. Towa Tsugai has announced their end of service on the 23rd of July. An archive version of the game called Towa Tsugai Fans will open the day the game ends its service. This is a Yuri game that I was very much anticipating because it looked really good. I've actually covered this on 2 separate occasions on this channel. Alas, never gonna get to experience it globally. 8-Beat Story is ending distribution on June 28, 2024 after 8 entire years of being online. Final Gear has shut down as of just a couple weeks ago. Logging into the game gives you a message stating that the game has been discontinued. Dragon Quest Champions is ending their service on July 30th, which is a shame because it's another Dragon Quest game that is biting the dust. Mirror M Vanguard and Vagabond shutting down, which sounds good to me. I mean, I feel like all mirror games really need to shut down because from what I've played of several of them, they've all been absolute trash. Tales of the Rays, the Japanese version, is ending service on July 23rd, 2024. War of Divisions is ending their English voiceovers after the next patch. This is probably due to the amount of money they're earning or the lack thereof. Girls Frontline 2 has previewed their new dorm system that lets you control a waifu and essentially run around and interact with and kind of just watch the other waifus just doing stuff, because that's not at all creepy. Azur Lane is pretty much letting you do the same thing or a similar thing, allowing you to interact with and watch their waifus or your waifus in full 3D, and they previewed this with Sirius. Great choice of character, by the way, except for the fact that since this is the Chinese trailer or the Chinese teaser, they decided to, you know, display this interesting cloud that has obscured what we all really want to see. Because as you guys know, in China, whenever men look at women, all they see is just this mass of cloud obscuring, like, all the goods, everything important. Well, not everything important, don't take this out of context. I mean, you know, one important aspect, or, you know, very often two important aspects of a person's personality. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for that. But moving on, they've also teased a brand new 3D chibi game mode, which is a great feature to have. I think it looks very cool. They've also had some very specific information data mined. Nintendo, a potential PC client, the game releasing onto Steam. All of this is great news, especially with Azure Premilia on the horizon. This could mean that Azure Premilia is going to release onto Nintendo and onto Steam as well. Azur Lane's Japanese Twitter recently got hit with a bunch of takedown requests, or not necessarily takedown requests, they've gotten hit with censorship, where the videos or the images or the GIFs are essentially going to be deleted due to inappropriate content. Yes, a video game has inappropriate content that must be removed. Not all the porn on Twitter, no, it is the tweets that are made by the Azur Lane Japan Twitter. Yeah, good job. Path to Nowhere issues an official apology to players and is going to re-add the removed sinner Kokolek, which is a great move from them. Snowbreak released a new trailer for The Realm of Illusion, and I reacted to that trailer. I'm gonna post that very soon. It is quite the trailer. I urge you to remain on the lookout for that. They also released a short trailer for one of the new upcoming waifus that was quite interesting, was very suggestive. I like the direction that they're taking the game now. Also, Snowbreak was embroiled in a little bit of drama recently because the dev team confirmed they're not going to be reintroducing the English dub that they removed due to a lack of funding, even though they now have the funding to do so, because essentially the English voice actors don't like the new direction of the game and they don't want to voice certain scenes in English. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. More power to them. Nikke is holding a brand new event featuring new bunny girls, including your girl Soda. And I think Alice was the other character that was confirmed as well. I'm very excited. I love me some bunny girls. And finally, Genshin Impact rolled out their not long preview teaser, and admittedly, reactions were mixed. Some people were excited, they thought it looked great. Other people were like, so it's Pokemon, it's Pal World. That's essentially what they did. I'm kind of neutral, I'm impartial towards it. I think new features are great for games, but I haven't played any of like 4.0 of Genshin, or really anything after Sumeru was introduced anyway, to really make a final judgment on it, but I will be. And that is everything that happened over the course of the last 30 days in the gacha genre that really mattered or was of any interest to me. Now, if none of this is of any interest to you, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now. Might be more up your alley.